I'm sick of air pollution, the great environmental problem of our time. Scientists like me, lab coat please, have found that high levels of PM 2.5, otherwise known as particulate matter, can worsen respiratory problems, increase risk of heart attack, and result in a rise of premature death. Currently, millions of people in around cities such as Shanghai, New York, and Mumbai with high levels of PM 2.5, they have been shown to have higher rates of asthma and other serious health problems. In the US alone, 12,600 premature deaths could be traced back to air pollution in 2010. Where did this all begin? All aboard the Learning Express. Choo-choo! Jill Nye and Versailles. Oh. With the late 18th century came the Industrial Revolution, which started in Europe. Inventors focused on the development of labor-saving devices such as the engine. This new innovation allowed for a way to move stuff without relying on animals or people to move it for you. Pretty appealing, right? But all this combusting must have a downside. As more and more ash and CO2 were being released into the atmosphere, researchers became increasingly concerned with our foggy future. Come and see. Jill Nye in Mumbai. What am I sipping on, you might ask? I'm sipping on imperialism. There was a long period of time where Europeans and Americans tried to hog industrial technology for their own imperial gain. However, following the fall of the British Empire, previously economically or politically controlled countries such as China and India found greater independence and pushed towards their own imperial power status. Agreements like the Kyoto Protocol put restrictions on developed countries' pollutions while loosening the hold on still developing countries. In fact, the US refused to sign this agreement due to this aspect. Cities in India continued to break records, while countries such as the US and Britain worked towards cleaner air. One of the reasons for this is that the economies of developed countries are now based on services as opposed to manufacturing. However, here in Mumbai, manufacturing carries much of the GDP. That makes you wonder, how are we going to deal with this? And who is responsible? Jill Nye and NYC.
I, Jill Nye, am a spokeswoman for science. We as a community feel that air pollution is a great environmental and health risk that demands immediate action that it is not receiving. According to the American Lung Association, more cities had days of high PM and ozone pollution in 2015 to 2017 than in 2014 to 2016. The World Health Organization confirms that exposures to even low levels of fine particulate matter can cause heart disease, cancer, and early death. They support clear restrictions on goals set for PM 2.5 levels. Places like MSU have incentivized greener technology and popularized solar power. These groups have managed to sway legislation in places from Switzerland to China, and this opinion is arguably the most prevalent on the world stage. However, in places such as the US Congress, other groups have increasing sway. The Clean Air Scientific Advisory Committee, which includes only one academic scientist, proposes that the data supports a correlation but not a causation between high levels of PM 2.5 and worsening health problems. The EPA now plans to replace a Clean Power Plan with the Affordable Clean Energy Rule to relax regulations for the energy industry. Their solution is to deny a problem. Let's take a look at some graphics and think about what we've done. Well, I, Jill Nye, won't just stand by. I stand with the scientific community, specialists who train for years to make accurate predictions and how to perform studies that can show conclusive causation, have proved to widely trusted organizations like the National Academies of Science and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention that this is a problem requiring stronger enforced regulations and greener technology. While we cannot reverse the damage that has been done, there is no reason not to aim for greener pastures.